Oh, well, it started back in when I was about 11 or 12, and I'm 72 now, so it's about 60 years. I don't think it'll get any bigger because I've no room left. We'll probably be doing maintenance and maybe making more detail here and everywhere, but it won't be able to get much bigger than I've got now. This started about 5 years ago. It was just a big oval at the beginning, and this was a lawn. And I decided that I was never using the lawn, so I'd take it all up and build it into what it is now. It's taken another 3 or 4 years to get this part of it done. The outside done about two years before that, so about 5 years in total. As you can see from the buildings and from the engines, all this layout is based on German and Swiss. There is a few French, but it's mainly German and Swiss. If we look here, we can see the tunnel entrance. This is one of the main features. This is where the trains all go under my patio and into the garage. It's all done on computer. This engineer, this one will climb up the rack. Can you see the teeth down the centre? And it also climbs up to the top station. And that is with gears underneath the engine, and it drives up the hill. That's the track layout, as you can see on the computer. And all around the sections, there's 56 sections that feed back information to the computer. So the trains, the computer knows where the trains are at any given time. And that's what these white blocks are. They'll change colour when the train goes over that section. And it feeds that information. The trains come in here and they run down at low level here. And they can run through here and out in 3 different places, and that gives me a place to store them so that I don't have to keep lifting them on and off the track all the time. I can control about 4 in here quite safely because it's all alarmed and everything. So here we are in the garage, and as you can see, it's a workshop, come store, come everything. Well, the trains come in through the garage entrance at the back there. You get a shot of that. And then there's 4 tracks on either side where the engines can be stored. As you can see, there's some already in here now. Some of these are new models, some are what you might class as collector's items. The other advantage to this, if you keep all the boxes, you do hold the value quite well. So if you wanted to sell these, you do get quite a good retail price for them. But you can imagine the boxes, there's lots of them. They're all in the loft in that other building that we've just been filming in. Each of the engines are worth around about £1,000, just to give you some idea. The bigger ones are around about £1,200 to £1,300.
Working together on it, I think you do more of it. I do a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to clean the track.
Yeah,
that's the main job.
I've got into it. It's not been a hobby of mine. It's Gordon's hobby, and he spends a lot of time, and it's time that he's had to sort of spend his days on it, whereas I'm still working. But I do come and I do help, and I help with the garden more than the actual workings of the track and
more than
engines. Yeah, more than weeding, because I don't like doing that. Yeah, apart from that, yeah, I mean, the interest is there, and I enjoy when we go and see model railways, and we go and see garden railways, and we go to different places. And the interest is there, and I've got sort of to know all the different terminology now, and I sort of know what he's talking about, although the electronic side of it is a bit beyond me because I've not got an electronics background. We do like Switzerland and Germany. I mean, it's the lovely, particularly Switzerland.
Yeah.
beautiful. And, you know, it's sort of our little bit of Switzerland, isn't it, really?
Yeah. And
So, yeah, it's really good.
the only difference is their trains run to a minute.
They do.
Bit different than British Rail. The advantage of living here is we're near the countryside, as you can see. There's a tower over there with moors on both sides of us, and we're not far from Ribble Valley, and it's only 1 hour from lakes. No, I'd like to have a house in Switzerland, but I wouldn't want to leave here because of having a business here and the family live here. So, no, I'd rather stay here, but, you know.
I like when the trains go in the tunnels.
But you like them going right fast, don't you?
Yeah.
You like Switzerland and Austria, don't you?
Yeah.
That's where we went skiing last year.
Mhm.
I think everybody does. I think even adults spend too much time on their phones. You know, you can go out for a meal and they're all sat there with their phones instead of talking to each other. And children are the same, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they don't
And
interact.
if they're not there, they're playing on iPads and
Yeah.
Game Boys or whatever.
No,
Yeah.
Game Boys went out ages
Oh, do
ago. Yeah.
And we are hoping to have an open day here in the summer for maybe for the local hospice or something like that, when everything's finally finished and running properly. That's my sister, some friends. We did this for to raise money for people at Christmas. When we did the big hog roast down the road, we made 3,300 for the hospice. We're quite heavily involved trying to raise money because my wife died of cancer 9 years ago, and so that's why we do quite a lot for cancer research and for the hospice, etc. I'd retired 2 years before to look after her, and then when she died I was left on my own, and I thought, right, what do I do now? So the railway has been a good thing for giving me some interest and keep me going.
Hello?
They
Hello.
want to film you.
Oh, God. Are you sure to somebody?
I've told them that you're gifted with gowns
shut
that you
up.
can keep going. No, Jim's been telling them about the charities we've done.
All right. Yeah, it's like a social event and a charity event at the
We
same
just
time.
enjoy doing it.
But it's hard work, isn't it?
Oh, it's very hard.
Very hard work.
Yeah. I think it helps.
But we did it every year while she was alive.
Yeah,
While she
took
had
part.
cancer. She took part of it.
Yeah. She used to do all the
She-
buffing
yeah,
and
yeah.
help with that, didn't we? You know.
Yeah,
So yeah, she was heavily involved with it.
yeah.
That's a good one. She wouldn't have minded the indoor one because I had that when she was still living. So the indoor one was never a problem. I mean, one in the garden might have been because I did mention it once and she wasn't very keen. Mainly because I'm not very good at gardening and I don't really like gardening. But having done the railway, it's made me do the garden, and that's one of the reasons I've done it as well.